Said the night went too little lamb. Do you hear what I hear? Oh, it's gonna be so good. I just love Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's just the best holiday, right? Gosh, even when, like, you know, every time I go home for Christmas, it's always drama, but there's no amount of drama that would make me hate Christmas. I don't know if that's the same for you, Chris, but real spit. I like that, real spit. You know, I'm spitting gold. I'm spinning gold. What'd you say? The best guitarist in the world. And he's such a nice person, so humble, just so overqualified, and he's 26. Chris Payton is really an inspiration to us all, and I'm not even joking. We met on the Katy Perry tour, and he soloed on E.T. I don't remember the first time I noticed it, but he went ham. And I was like, he's so talented, but clearly you can see the effect on all different genres and how that can really, I don't know, if you understand all of it, you can just be a great musician.
What got you into playing guitar?
Yeah, perfect.
That was my grandfather. That was my grandfather's doing. Played the blues, he played gospel, and they had a quartet group with him and my uncles and some of my cousins, and I would see them growing up, and I was like, hey, I want to be a part of that. So he got me a little play guitar. I would stand up there, they would give me the same suits, they would give me the same color, everything. I would have a mic, I would do all this stuff, and then I just wanted to be like that.
Cool. That sounds great. Let's try it. It's still possible to track at the same time. No bleeding. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just have you be in that room back there then.
Sweet.
Cool. Wanna do that?
Amazing. Yeah. So before, when I was arranging, do you hear what I hear? I was at the piano, which is my happy place. And first off, I have to find the right key. I was going in between a bunch of different keys that all should have worked, but none of them sounded right. So I then landed on E. And it's low, but it sounds right. So I figured, let's do that. Do you hear what I hear? Oh, ringing through the sky, shepherd boy. I was very young when I learned that I was an alto. I think that's a constant struggle sometimes for singers to just understand what their range is. You can sing outside of your range, it's totally fine. But there is a place where your voice sits perfectly, and when you understand where that is, you should probably capitalize on that. And it's taken me a while to understand that, and I think today I just owned it, because even though it's super low, E was just the right key. The key is just listening to myself and understanding what my sound is, and then just letting that seep through whatever the cover is. I'm so well-spoken. Not. I don't think this is perfect,
does it come out line level or
but
mic
it's
level?
just
Do you know?
very rare that I'm
Check.
so satisfied with how a recording process is going, and I'm happy with how
Line
everything
level.
sounds.
Was it line level? Okay.
The goal is for this to sound raw and live, but you still have that urge to doctor some things,
Yes,
and
you
I
should.
haven't. It all sounds really nice, and it's nice to be doing this with my friends. Do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite. With a tail as big as a kite. Oh. I grew up playing this on the piano with my dad. Wait, let me see. Let me just make sure. Green sleeves. And it was like the craziest mind blow when I realized that it was also the melody of What Child Is This? What child this be? What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels meet with anthem sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll do the whole thing. You're the best, Baxter.
You're the best.
Wow.
It's pretty nice, dude.
Thanks, girl. Thanks, girl. Never done just this before. I might add some backgrounds, but I'm excited for this. I have no idea how it's gonna sound. But
she's gonna take it out. She's gonna be like, "Yo, like, actually, I don't like this.
This sounds
Drums sounds weird.
Drums don't work with this voice at all. Pinson just got back with Seal. He was performing with Seal. I just wanted to.
Oh.
What did you just discover?
What did I just discover?
Yeah.
That the little drummer boy, and do you hear what I hear sound like the same song? Said the night went to the little I'm not mad at it, but I did not notice that until now.
It was 3 days.
Alright, back to it.
Keep going, because I don't know where one is yet. That's great.
Now I gotta actually play it. But that'll be the hi-hat playing that while the groove's going.
Oh, I wonder if it's just that. What if it's just a softer rim in the kick?
Well, yeah,
because that was confusing to me. And
yeah.
I think that's the direction.
See if you can find the one on this. So.
Oh, God. I can't.
All right, I got you.
Okay. Heck yeah. After we're done with this, I'll show you They Don't Care About Us. I think, maybe it's just me. Maybe it was never a shift, but it confused me for years. So we could go into a little solo moment, or maybe it's like a solo moment that I, in post, can come up with something that goes nicely with it.
Yeah, I think more so as I'm getting more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But we also want to be in a situation where we're both comfortable with it together, you know, because this whole thing is just like, okay, I'm now just getting the actual science of these two working together. I'm like, okay, I got an idea.
Yeah.
So how about we start off with that groove first for the first part of it.
Okay.
With us coming together in this groove.
And then you can go me and my second
What
verse.
if you do just the rim for that, so we lose track of that groove altogether?
Okay.
So we just feel it in. And then you come back in with the kick. So that
Okay.
I can figure it out.
So in the me and my drum, that's when you want me to play that part.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
That's fire. Okay. Okay.
Excited for Little Drummer Boy. This is interesting because I've never sung with just percussion before. There's usually some other instrument, or maybe it's like an a cappella piece, but never just like solo voice and drums. I might add some a cappella, honestly, but it's not gonna be an arrangement. I wanted to do a time shift thing where we go in between time signatures, kind of like a hemiola effect, and hopefully it'll confuse the listener a little bit. But what I love about listening to that stuff is that all the musicians know where one is, and I'm like, okay, well, I just don't. And so it just gives me something more to think about. Ooh, that's so cool. I'll try and define it later. I'm not good at definitions. I just know what they are. Come, they told me, ba-da-ba-bum-bum, to lay before the king, ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum, when we come. We could probably maybe add like a slight tag at the end. The have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Okay.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Let me come to you.
It's also possible that you wouldn't have to sing the middle one, maybe? Like sing the first one and then I'll play it.
Sure.
And then sing the last one?
Let's try that. Want to go from the last verse?
Sure. Yeah.
Through the years we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough. All right, we have that part. Okay, let me just see what that sounds like. So apparently I have a thing with Judy Garland that I didn't realize.
Talk about that.
Well, Somewhere Over the Rainbow is my favorite song, and she sang it. I never had much of a connection with Judy Garland specifically. It was always just a song. But Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas was always a favorite of mine that I just found out she pretty much made famous. Yeah, it was introduced by Judy. So she did sing it. She sang it then, the first time and the next time, in a movie musical called Meet Me in St. Louis. And then Frank Sinatra later recorded a version with modified lyrics. Oh. So I came out with a cover of Ain't No Sunshine that I actually recorded here, originally on piano, but then I did a version of it with just bass, and it was probably my favorite version that I've done. And I come from a really collaborative music world, so doing like unconventional pairings is not something so foreign to me. In fact, I really love it because you find out new things about your instrument and whoever you're playing with. I don't know. I think you have more room to play when there are less instruments playing with you, obviously, but like you really do. So as a vocalist, since you're in the spotlight and you don't have that much accompaniment behind you, you're forced to just explore and play.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song? Besides the Christmas song?
Besides the Christmas song, Have Yourself is always, got a special place in my heart. Silver Bells, I'm a Silver Bells guy.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get sound for you. Like, don't worry about your headphones or anything. You guys just talk through the tune and just play it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get sound.
It's from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
I'm cool with that.
No.
Really?
Well, no. I mean, well, no, if you like it, we can keep that. I'm gonna find some other vocals.
You don't like that?
No, not all the way through.
It's gonna be hard to fly things around just because each one is at like a subtly different tempo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So timing wise, you can recut things. You know,
Mhm.
you can punch in over and replace vocals. But as far as like moving one take to the other,
It's just not gonna work.
It's just time. Yeah, they're different timings.
I'll just have to redo it. But can you play it from right after the solo, and I'll just mark. I was just talking to somebody about going on tour when it eventually happens, and the fact that I would rather just go just me and guitar for now until it needs to be a bigger band.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And now we have Thai food from Gala Thai. This is not an ad, but if they needed a spokesperson, I would accept payment.
Anti-iced teas.
Anti-iced teas, because they forgot my Thai iced tea in this order. But I'll let it go because the food's about to be bomb.
Yes.
Baxter's the best. Baxter, thank you.
Good minute.
They said the night went to the